Now, the very fluid drama that played out during the days and, as a matter of fact, the hours leading to the APC primary arrested a lot of keen attention from the public. Talk to us about how these climaxed into what has now produced the APC flag bearer for the 2023 presidential election, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yeah, after Asiwaju's outbursts in Abeokuta, which happened just a few days to the promise, he had talked himself into trouble. Many people thought that having endured a lot of mistreatment by powerful people within the party that he helped to gain power at the expense of the then ruling PDP. Many expected that he would have kept his cool right up to the end. But it seemed that Asiwaju was already fed up about some subterranean moves to stop him from becoming the standard bearer of the APC. And that was despite the fact that he was the first to announce to the president his intention to vie for the presidential ticket of the party. So immediately after his outburst, a lot of his supporters felt, look, by this action, he had offended the president. And the former Secretary of the Government of the Federation, Babajide David Lawal, even took things further by granting an interview in which he said that Asiwaju was saying bullshit, described Asiwaju's outburst as bullshit, and that no individual made, the president to win, no particular individual made the president to win, and that what he said is one reason Northerners do not trust people from the Southwest. Clearly, these remarks by Babajide David Lawal were uncalled for and clearly exaggerated, because yes, some people must have felt bad that Asiwaju went that far, but that was not to suggest that because of what he said that did not are turned against him, or that the Northerners no longer trusted the people of the Southwest. So clearly, his remarks stoked tension, and people were wondering whether he will eventually get the ticket, whether his remarks won't ultimately deny him of the ticket, deny him of tremendous support that he needed, to claim the ticket. But as we saw, the week leading to the primaries, Asiwaju supporters and minders like Governor Ganduje of Kano State, former governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima, who is the DG of his campaign, came out to defend Asiwaju and said clearly that, look, whatever Asiwaju said was the truth. It's not as if people didn't know these things, that he was the one who went to Kaduna to convince President Buhari to return to politics. He had made up his mind since 2011 never to have anything to do with politics, and he wept on TV. So everything that he said was clearly the truth. So all that his minders needed to do was try to paper over the cracks and try to mend the damage that his remarks caused. And then you saw the national chairman of the party even threatening that Asiwaju will be promised, as if it's a sin to say anything that appeared to embarrass the president. What law had he breached by saying the truth, by saying that, look, he helped the president to take power? We all knew this, no doubt about it. Without the votes of the Southwest, the president couldn't have won the election without the votes of the South. Because in previous years, he did very well in the far north, but he didn't do enough in the South, and that denied him the presidency of the country. So he became president after he got the support of key people from southern Nigeria. By key people, I mean people with a track record of winning elections. And Asiwaju happened to be one of such people. He delivered huge number of votes to him from the Southwest that he never had since 2003 or thereabout, when he started contesting election for the first time. So after that, we then had the drama of the national chairman of the APC claiming that Senate President Ahmad Lawan was the consensus candidate of the party. Again, NWC members rose in a wave to say, no, we were not consulted, that we were not consulted at all. But Ahmad Lawan, but the national chairman claimed that the president, he had discussed with the president that Ahmad Lawan was the consensus candidate of the party. All I had said before then was, throw this thing open, throw it open. Do not create a situation in which an unpopular candidate, unpopular aspirant would then emerge a candidate of the party in a rancorous fashion, to the point that out of anger, people can then go and work against their party. I'm happy that the northern governors, a good number of them, die-hard Asiwaju supporters, decided to stand up to be counted, because they then had a meeting and decided that the party should zone the presidency to the south, because they knew in their hearts that the party did not have somebody strong enough from the north who could defeat a formidable candidate like Atiku Abubakar. If they had a Kwankwaso in their ranks, for example, if they had even a Tambua in the APC, yes, you could say, look, these are tested people who have a history of winning elections, no matter how difficult. But they didn't have a candidate formidable. They didn't have any aspirant formidable enough to defeat Atiku. At least looking at the aspirants in the race, no one from northern Nigeria, Badaru could not have defeated Atiku. Ahmed Yerima could not have defeated, Ahmad Sani Yerima could not have defeated Atiku. And certainly, Senate President Ahmad Lawan couldn't have defeated Atiku. In fact, Atiku could defeat Ahmad Lawan in his home state of Yobe. So, in the end, the governors of APC from northern Nigeria came together and decided that they were going to zone the chairman of the the presidency to the south. And everyone knows that the governors are the power brokers in the party. They fund the party. They are the big decision makers. It's not the president that takes the big decisions. If you go down memory lane, it was the governors that chased away Adams or Shomole. It was the governors that decided to put in Adams's place a caretaker and convention organizing committee led by one of them, Mai Mala Bune, the governor of Yobe State. It was the governors that decided to extend Mai Mala Bune's stay as caretaker national chairman of the APC. It was the governors that felt that, look, enough is enough. May Malabuni had to leave. And you saw people like El-Rufai saying that, look, May Malabuni had to go. So the governors are that powerful. They own the delegates. Whatever decision they take, the president has to abide. The president does not have a single delegate. The president is like a soldier without troops, like a general without troops. There are generals heading the education unit in the army to has many military bases under him. That's the way governors are. So let's say that, and then ask for a meeting with Mr. President, where they insisted that their decision to zone the presidency to the south was irreversible. And governors like Governor Ganduje began to recruit more governors into their folds. By Monday morning, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu had 10 governors who decided among themselves that whatever happened, whatever the president wanted, they would stand by him. They would tell the president that he is their candidate. Of course, we had governors like Zulum from Borno, governors like El-Rufai from Kaduna, governors like Ganduje. These governors, you cannot sell any other candidate to them. So once the president knew the position of the governors, the president knew that he just had to abide by the wish of the governors. So the president came out to say, okay, I have no anointed candidates, which effectively put paid, ended Ahmad Lawan's dream of becoming the standard bearer, the presidential standard bearer of the APC. Of course, you then saw that on the eve of the election, on the day of the election, Asiwaju had 14 governors, 14. In the course of the primaries, governors down, giving him 16 governors. Listen to me, 16 governors. With 16 governors, no aspirant stands a chance of defeating an aspirant that has 16 governors on his side, because these governors control the delegates. This is the way it is. The more governors you have on your side, the greater your chances of winning the presidential primaries. It's always been like this. So if you do not have enough governors, you cannot win the presidential primaries. If you have 2 governors, you can't defeat a man who has 6 governors. If you have 6 governors, this is the way. And Asiwaju was able to coast to victory thanks to the support, tremendous support of governors.